Buhari's extension of the deadline proves that Tinubu's comments in Abeokuta were appropriate. Femi Fani-Kayode. These people are just playing with Nigerians. It's really very, very unfortunate. If Nigerians do not learn now, that means we are not going to learn again. If we do not borrow sense, add to the one when we get, 9% don't finish with that. These people are using us to play football. You understand? They are using us to play football. The hardship is just too much. You understand? This is just too much. This one we blame this one we say this and all that. Just look at what PDP and APC are doing. This one we say you are a thief. That one say okay, but you are the biggest thief. You are this, you are the biggest. You call me thief, you be thief. I thief, you thief. Who be the thief? Now liar, they know where liars they stay. A gossiper is always looking for where gossiper are so that they will continue their business. So if PDP, APC, they are calling each other thief, that means they know each other very well. And they are sending a very strong message to Nigerians. That is why I said in the beginning that if we do not learn now, that means we are not going to learn again. And then when we have made that mistake for decades, we'll find it difficult to pick again. This is just a handwork of God, using themselves to expose themselves. You understand? They are using us. They are playing with us. They are playing with their destiny, not our own. You understand? In fact, to them, their fifth generations to come, no problem. They have already prepared for them. Now the question is, what about you? Are you still going to collect that 10,000 naira that you cannot use to buy meat? 10,000 naira meat, you can count it in the pot when you are parboiling it. In a country when egg that we used to buy 20 naira, 25 naira is being sold for 150 naira, how much is fuel today? How much is petrol? They have designed it in the way that Nigerians will continue to be poor so that they will be depending on them. Once you see 10,000 naira, 1,000 naira save, hey, your head will crack. This money will be enough for me to do these immediate needs. Well, let's quickly hit the news and get the full details. President Muhammadu Buhari decided to extend the deadline for submitting the old note in light of what Tinubu said about the naira policy in Abeokuta. APC leader Chief Femi Fani-Kayode, who is also a member of the Tinubu Shettima Presidential Campaign Council, responded to this decision. President Muhammadu Buhari's decision to extend the deadline, according to a post he made on his official social media website, will relieve the agony and concern of the populace, while also frustrating democracy. The president has ordered the deadline for the submission of old naira notes to be extended by 2 weeks. This will lessen the tension and pain of the people and strengthen the democratic process and the legitimacy of the coming election, he said. This proved that Asiwaju's comments in Abeokuta were appropriate and our collective warnings were taken seriously. Thankfully, we have a listening and a receptive president who had the courage to direct the CBN governor and those that are behind him to do the right thing, he said. Because we have a president who is prepared to listen and has the guts to tell the CBN governor to behave morally, Tinubu words in Abeokuta were reasonable and warnings were listened. He continued, which is another indication that the deadline was extended. He went on to underline that because the APC is a single entity and the PDP cannot separate it, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, should extend the deadline for the return of old naira notes, according to Shehu Sani, a former senator of Kaduna Central. Remember that Godwin Emefiele, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, announced that new 200, 500, 1,000 naira notes would be introduced to replace the current notes. The Apis Bank set Tuesday, January 31st, 2023, as the deadline for the return of the old notes. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, refused to extend the deadline for exchanging old naira notes, but from January 31st to May 31st, 2023, despite the senator's effort, the CBN governor, Emefiele, insisted there would be no such extension. Okay, because that one was coming from a PDP member, a PDP member. So that is why he was not, taken seriously. Like as I said, that these people are taking us for granted. And this time around, we will tell them that we are the one that decide who rule us. We are not going to throw yourself again anymore. That time has gone. Nigerians are wiser now.